Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Liberty Call. Today is, what day is this? Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. Hope you're having a fantastical day out there in the interwebs. It is a not too bad day here in Colorado. It was supposed to get some snow and ice and stuff, and it's been clear skies. I talked to someone up in Denver earlier, late morning or early afternoon, and they asked me, hey, how's the weather down there? And I was like, it's fine. I mean, it's a little cold. It's like in the low 30s. But anyways, hope you're having a great day out there. And before we jump into the markets and the numbers, I need some help from you. Yes, you. If you could give me some thumbs up, a like, share, subscribe, follow, and press the notification bell. All right. I moved my camera. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Good enough. All right, well, let's hop into the markets for today. Let's see here. Dow Jones was down 0.28% today, 120 points, closed at 43,268. S&P 500 up 0.36%, 21 points, closed at 59.15. Nasdaq up 1.02%, 191 points, closed at 18,983. The VIX was up 5.01% today. It's at 1636. So kind of weird there. The VIX was up and the S&P 500 was up. They usually are opposites. Granted, the blue chips, the Dow Jones was down, 0.25% or more. And so anyways, let's see here. Canada was up 0.14, Brazil up 0.39, and Mexico down 0.46. Headed to Europe, Germany was down 0.67%. The UK down 0.13, France down 0.67, Netherlands down 0.39, Spain down 0.74, Italy down 1.28, Switzerland down 0.94%, and Portugal down 0.84. Russian exchanges both in the red again today. The MOEX down 3.24, RTSI down 3.33%. And the Asian markets, the Nikkei was up 0.45%, Australia up 0.89%, New Zealand up 1.55%. In China, the Shanghai was up 0.67%, Shenzhen Component up 1.9%, China A50 up 0.05%, DJ Shanghai up 0.9%, Hang Seng up 0.44%, and the Taiwan weighted up 1.34%. Awesome stuff, I know. My beard just looks ragged today. I washed it, oiled it. I think I just need a trim. Need to maybe hack an inch off at the bottom there. All right. Well, those are the markets. And let's go ahead and jump into the market recap for today. S&P 500, Nasdaq gain with Nvidia. Walmart jumps after forecast. Get my notes here. All right. On Tuesday, the Nasdaq rose about 1% and the S&P 500 also climbed, driven by gains in tech and a strong performance from Walmart. The Dow, however, edged slightly lower. Nvidia led the rally, gaining 3.9% ahead of its much-anticipated third-quarter earnings report due Wednesday. Nvidia's rise bolstered the technology sector, which ended the day up 1.2%. Other major tech players, including Apple and Amazon, also contributed to the gains. The market started the day on a weaker note following geopolitical tensions. Russian President Vladimir Putin hinted at lowering the threshold for a nuclear strike. Please strike DC. We could really use it out here in America. We're tired of being robbed. Anyways, back to the news. Let's see here. And nuclear strike. And Moscow accused Ukraine of using U.S.-made long-range missiles to attack deep inside Russia. Stocks recovered later in the day after Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov's stated efforts were being made to avoid a nuclear conflict. Walmart provided another boost to market sentiment, with its shares hitting a record high and climbing 3.8%. The retailer raised its annual sales and profit forecast for the third consecutive time, signaling consumer resilience ahead of the holiday season. This positive news added to optimism about the strength of consumer spending. Supermicro Computer soared 31.7% after addressing delisting concerns and appointing a new auditor. Investors are closely watching upcoming earnings from Nvidia and potential cabinet appointments in President-elect Donald Trump's administration, adding to the upbeat outlook. Goldman Sachs strategists forecasted the S&P 500 could reach 6,500 by the end of 2025, reflecting optimism in market resilience and growth potential. The S&P 500 is at 59.15, so they think it's going to go up another 600 points. So 600, what is the return on that? 600 divided by 59.19. He thinks it's going to go up another 10%. So I can't do math in my head, unfortunately. So, all right, well, that is that. Let's get to some data here. Housing starts, or October housing starts. This comes to us via First Trust. Mr. Nate Gersey is who put this report together. Home building activity weakened in October, with housing starts declining by 3.1%, primarily due to a 6.9% drop in the single-family category. This decline was largely influenced by an 8.9% decrease in construction activity in the South, where hurricanes caused delays. Despite the weak starts, housing completions remained robust, though they fell 4.4% for the month. Completions outpaced any month from 2021 through 2023 and are up 16.8% year over year. However, the total number of homes under construction has dropped by 12.7% since early 2024, a trend typically seen during housing downturns or recessions. The imbalance between new housing starts and completions highlights a critical issue in the housing market. New construction lags demand, contributing to elevated home prices and rising rents. This shortfall is exacerbated by population growth, partially driven by lax immigration enforcement. Yeah, you get rid of those 50 million illegals, you got to free up a lot of housing, and the need to replace older homes affected by disasters or redevelopment. Builders face challenges such as regulatory hurdles, labor shortages from a tight labor market, and relatively high mortgage rates, which have risen by more than 50 basis points since the Federal Reserve's first rate cut in September. Despite these headwinds, there are positive factors supporting the housing market. Many homeowners are reluctant to sell and lose their sub 3% fixed mortgages, increasing demand for new builds. Additionally, millennials, now the largest living generation in the U.S., are entering the housing market in significant numbers, providing a demographic boost. The National Association of Home Builders Housing Index, which gauges home builder sentiment, improved to 46 in November from 43 in October. However, a reading below 50 indicates more builders view conditions as poor rather than good. While housing is unlikely to drive economic growth in the near term, a housing bust similar to the 2000s is also not expected. All right, so it's kind of a mixed bag. Again, there's plenty of land in America. I mean, I live out in the sticks here in between Colorado Springs and Denver, and I mean, there's nothing. I mean, yeah, there's houses around me, but I mean, there's a whole lot of places you could live in this country. I mean, and a lot cheaper than where I mean, yeah, an acre here in my part of the world is about, well, if it has utilities already attached, electric and sewage and all that good stuff, or it's already got a well and a septic field, you're probably looking at about $90,000, $100,000 for just the lot's ready to go. All you got to do is just build the house. Lots without utilities, like in my neighborhood, there's a bunch of empty lots. I think they go for about 50, 60,000. So, but still, I mean, I'm in a pretty desirable area. I mean, you go a little further away, I mean, you could probably get a couple of acres for 20, 30,000. Alrighty, last up here. This comes to us via the Mises Institute. Gresham's Law, Bitcoin will save the world. So let's see, do they get into what Gresham's Law is? So we'll find out. Alrighty, Bitcoin's existence and value currently around 70,000. Well, yeah, when they wrote this, it's now 90. What's the date on this? Anyways, currently around 70 per coin, are tied to fundamental economic principles like Gresham's Law and a response to global monetary challenges. Gresham's Law, which states bad money drives out good money, that's basically the definition I was hoping they would provide, explains how inflationary and devalued currencies tend to circulate while people hoard more stable or valuable forms of money. And so an example here would be, let's say the two forms of currency in America were gold and silver coins. And let's say it's easier to, shave, because you may not be aware of this, but those little knurls on the edge of like quarters and nickels and not nickels, but on quarters and dimes, because they used to have silver in them, you would, counterfeiters would shave off the edge of the coin, and that, eventually you build up enough silver that now you have enough to make up another coin. And, so that's why you have the grooved edges around your currency or around your coinage. Anyways, so in this example, let's say it's really easy to counterfeit silver or to steal from it. So silver would stay out in the public domain as the primary buying and used in the medium of exchange, whereas gold, because it's hard to counterfeit, people would hold on to that and hoard it, and so it would basically it'd be limited in supply, which would actually push the price up of gold. So that's essentially what Gresham's law states. Explains how inflationary or devalued currencies tend to circulate. Yeah, okay. Historically, this principle has applied to government-controlled money systems where debasement of coins or inflationary policies erode trust in currency. Bitcoin emerged as a free market response to widespread devaluation of fiat currencies. Unlike government-issued money, which can be printed at will, Bitcoin's supply is limited. 21 million coins, I believe. And its creation through mining mimics the scarcity and effort required to extract gold. This has attracted significant global interest in and established Bitcoin as a store of value akin to gold, even if it is not widely used for day-to-day transactions. People prefer to hold Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation while spending depreciating fiat money, a manifestation of Gresham's law. The broader monetary landscape, including the dominance of the US dollar as the global reserve currency, is also under strain. Rising interest in alternatives like Bitcoin and gold reflects a pushback against government-controlled money systems. Bitcoin's success challenges traditional fiat currencies and their reliance on central banks, hinting at a future where cryptocurrencies could rival or replace them. Fingers crossed. Ultimately, Bitcoin represents a shift towards market-based money, contrasting with inflationary government currencies. Its adherence to scarcity, free market principles, and resistance to manipulation position it as a powerful contender in evolving monetary system. This economic evolution is deeply rooted in Gresham's law, underscoring the timeless human pursuit of stable and reliable forms of money. All right. Good stuff. We learned something today, didn't we? Nod your head up and down. All right. Okay, well, that's everything that I was going to cover for today. If anyone needs anything from me, please go to DSAFinancialGroup.com. All your financial planning needs can be addressed there, so give me a call. I'll be happy to help. All right, well, like I said, that's everything that I had. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to all y'all again next time. Adios.